and then I start that, and then I start the TikTok, and then the TikTok goes live, and then the TikTok is live, and then I'm live everywhere, and then I'm live. It's like magic. It is like magic. The only magic that doesn't exist is the oh shit. The only magic that doesn't exist is wait, I'm playing Magic. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm saying. I need to change one last thing, but hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I have got to start figuring out how to do some stuff on Twitch or on YouTube because it is kind of annoying how every single time I go live, I then have to retroactively add a thumbnail to the YouTube stream, and I'm sure there's a much better way of doing this, but I don't know what it is. But regardless, I'm going to just turn that off, and today we are playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Why? Because it's my favorite game of all time, and we are going to be starting our road to Mythic. For those that don't know, Mythic is the highest rank, I think, in Magic Arena. If you get like pretty high ranking, you can be like invited to stuff. I mean, you have to pay for it, which is annoying, but that's an option there. Right now, I think we're going to be starting with a quick draft actually, and then I lied to you all. We are doing a quick draft first. We're not doing standard because, let me see, what rank are we actually? Can I see? Is that a thing I can see? In quick draft or in draft formats, we are bronze. We are the lowest rank possible because I don't play it. As for constructed, no, not events. I didn't want to do events. Okay, we are ranked gold in standard. We are ranked gold because my rank went down since last time, and then we're not doing alchemy, historic, pioneer, or anything else like that because I hate those formats. I hate them so much. I don't think you understand. I really don't like I really hate alchemy actually. That is my most hated format. But in the meantime, we will be starting on good old-fashioned hang on one second. There we go. We are going to be starting on good old-fashioned quick draft Strixhaven edition. We have just enough gold to do it. Because I have used up most of my gold to buy packs to make decks, and I realize now that my decks aren't that good, but we'll see. I have also not played Strixhaven actually. Did we just get this? Is we just got first pack one of the Elder Dragons. And one of the Elder Dragons from Strixhaven. There's only 5 in the set. Like, one of the Elder Dragons in Strixhaven. What does he do actually? 6 mana, 6/6, Flying Trample, Cascade. I didn't realize they did Cascade. But and instant sorceries we cast have Cascade. Okay, that might be what we first pick here, and then just go blue-green. That might be the play here, because I mean, what else are we gonna first pick out of that? I think that's the play, for sure. So we're going blue-green unless we can pivot somewhere. In the... I have not played this set, so I missed the pre-release. I really wish I could have gone. Is there any good blue or green? Search for a basic land. That would be pretty good for us, actually. 4 mana, 3/4, ward 2, it enters prepared. The sorcery is create a 3/3 blue and red elemental creature token with flying. That is not as good as the bear here. And target creature gets +0/+3. Honestly, bear seems pretty good. We want to start picking up instants and sorceries for Quandrix to be able to cascade things off of. Embrace the Paradox, draw 3, put a land. That's pretty good, actually. 5 mana, though. 5 mana, 4/5, Vigilance. Whenever this creature becomes a spell of an opponent, draw a card. +2 as long as I gain life this turn. And Painter, Entry Prepared, Vibrant Idea, Sorcery. Okay. The prepared spells count as... No, prepared spells don't count as because we're... The thing is, these instants and sorceries have to be cast from our hand. Prepared spells don't count that way, because they're not from the hand at that point. So that could be a problem in the future. In that case, I think we go Embrace the Paradox. Instants and sorceries. Okay, we're good on mana for the most part now. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal from among them a creature or a land card. If you gain life this turn, reveal... That's a whatever the black-green ones is. It's not gonna work in this case. Quandrix Charm, Counterspell. Counterspells are always good here. Destroy enchantment, target creature. Yeah, I think we go for the counterspell. There's no reason not to go for a counterspell here. Deduce, draw a card, investigate. Perfactal, Dinosaur Fractal. What the heck is this set? We also got another Studious First here, which, if these options are not good, of course we're going to go for it. It enters with X, +1/+1 counters on it. When this creature enters, you gain 2 life. It is a flyer, but in order to be a 2/1, it would cost 3 mana, which is not great in my opinion. But flyers are pretty good. Created... Should we go for the Perfactal or another Studious First Year? Because with first year, we get a body and we get a rampant growth, basically. But if we do the fractal, it's going to be a flyer for us. And then 5/5 Avatar enters the battlefield with a +1 counter for each. That's not going to matter for us. Gain 2 life only if we cast an instant or sorcery spell. That's actually might be good for us too, now that I think about it. What are we making? We are actually doing a Strixhaven draft. Thank you for the likes, Tyler. We're building Strixhaven draft, and right now we have Quandrix as our first pick. So I'm leaning towards blue-green right now, at least, because we've got a decent green, and honestly all the Quandrix stuff we've been putting together is pretty good too. The question is if we want to be doing Studious First Year, the Fractal, the Flying Fractal, or a Potioner's Trove, because we're going to be casting instants and sorceries anyways. Because I don't think Muse's Encouragement's going to be too useful right now, at least. Because it's just creating a 3/3 and surveilling, which I don't think is too good right for us. Although the token does fly. There is that fact. I'm honestly leaning towards another first year, just keeping in the green. That way, in the worst case scenario, if we need to pivot away from blue... Although Potioner's Trove is... just a lot of options. I'm going to go with first year. Or else we're going to stay in this forever. Ooh. Dual Land's pretty good. Cascade's still P2. Yeah, Cascade. I didn't know they started doing Cascade again in Strixhaven. So that's crazy. What else? What do we have in green and blue? Quick draw 2 cards for 3. Royal Treatment. Target creature gains hexproof until the end of turn. That might be what we pick because it's hexproof and we need some evasion here. 3/4 for 4. Increment. When you cast a spell, if the amount of mana was greater than this creature's power, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's actually not bad. I think we go for Royal Treatment for evasion. That way, if we get any of our stuff tries to get like killed, we can instant hexproof out something. Yeah, hexproof is good. We already have a counter spell with Quandrix Charm. I think we need to go for... we have our land base pretty good. It's just a matter... oh, Spell Pierce might be what we go for here. Counter target non-creature spell unless it's control at pace 2. Hydro Channeler. Add that. Yeah. 2 mana and enters, gain a life. This creature gets +2/+2. I think we need more... we'll take the Spell Pierce for sure. And I think we might start moving away a little bit from removal. But we'll see. What do we have in terms of lots of blue? When this creature attacks, it becomes prepared. Target creature gains flying until the end of turn. It is a flyer. That's pretty good. Fractal Anomaly. Create a fractal, put X works is the number of cards you drawn. We're not drawing too many cards yet, so I don't think that's quite where we want it to be yet. Tap target creature, put twice as many X +1/+1 counters on it. That's pretty good. Need more card / mana advantage. We have plenty of mana because Studious First Year already grants us access to Rampant Growth. And so does Embrace the Paradox. So I think we'll need a little bit more just in case, but I'm thinking Procrastinate might be the play. Although an Aviator could be good too, but I'm thinking Procrastinate might be going a little heavy on dealing with our opponent's creatures. But Shared Roots, search your library for a basic land card, put it in the battlefield. That's pretty good. Hydro Channeler. Add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast an instant or sorcery spell. Follow the Luminarts. We need to be gaining land, though, in order to do that. So we probably go with Shared Roots. Oh, Fractalize. Until the end of turn, target creature becomes a blue-green fractal with base power toughness equal to X +1. Hydro Channeler. Adding mana for instants and sorceries is pretty good. I think we will go for that because it is also a body. 1/3 is not bad. It's a pretty good blocker. We only have 1 blue here. And it gets us hexproof, and it is an instant or sorcery. The problem is it's not big. Quadrix does need a little bit bigger stuff. So, I might need start needing to prioritize that. Let's look at some of our other options. We don't need a hard go into green, blue yet. Until the end of turn, any number of target creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain when this creature dies, draw a card. 5 mana, 3/3 flying. When it enters, each opponent loses 2 life and we gain 2 life. Or the Concoctor, 5 mana, 4/5 vigilance. That's pretty good already. When this creature becomes a target of ability or of spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. Let's go for it. What was that? Oh, he's a troll. I didn't realize he was a troll. Freaked me out for a second. We got another Channeler. Shopkeeper's Bane. When this creature attacks, you gain 2 life. If we already have one Channeler, Shopkeeper's Bane seems like a pretty good alternative. Big Bane plus life. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Deduce to draw a card and investigate, or Muse's Encouragement. I'm going to go with the Encouragement because it's big, and if we have Quadrix out, we can cascade it. Investigating is good, though. I kind of want to go big with the Muse. And then pull from the grave as our... Okay, we have a red rare. That's not good. Actually, we have 2 rares. Together as 1. 6 is... Target player draws X, where X is the number of colors you cast this spell. So we can only get off 2 colors, though. So we draw 2, deal 2, and gain 2. That's not very good in this case. Choreographed Sparks. This spell can't be copied. Copy target instant or sorcery. Well, we're not necessarily going for black, though. We don't have to use every card we're putting in. So we're not actually putting Pull the Grave necessarily in the deck. We might if we can hit the lands, but not necessarily. Another Muse's Encouragement. Quandrix Charm, which is really good because we have options when we play it. And then a Hungry Griffin, which is not bad for reach. 3/4 for 4. Mindful Biomancer. I'm tempted to go with another Quandrix Charm just for counter spells, and we can pump creatures if we really wanted to. Transcendent Archaic. Enters, draw X, where X is the number of colors. Tester of the Tangential. 1/1. Increment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay X. If you do, move X counters from this target creature, or from this creature onto another target creature. That's pretty good, especially with Increment, because that means we're going to be able to move counters away. Glorious Decay. 2 mana, destroy target artifact. It deals 4 damage to target creature with flying, or exile target card from graveyard, draw a card. Is there a lot of graveyard interaction in Strixhaven? And then another Shopkeeper's Bane, which is really good. Fractal Mascot. 6/6 for 6. Already pretty decent. Trample, when it enters, tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. This might be our big play. It's either this or Tester of the Tangential. And I'm not sure which to pick. Tangential is good early, but Fractal Mascot might be like our big bomb here, and that's really what we want to do. Oh, also, hello, Sleepy Shroomy. Enjoy doing magic. I'm doing adult stuff, sadly. I had to do that earlier with my car. I had to get my car fixed because the airbag sensor wasn't working. Turns out you need to replace the entire car seat when you're doing that, and that's not fun. I'm looking for a car. I would not recommend my car. It doesn't work very well. Wild hypothesis. X. So for Cascade, does someone know this? For Cascade, does X count as the Cascade or does X count as 0? When doing Cascade, like when Cascade cares, is it the X 0 or is X whatever we paid for it? Because depending on what that is, this could be really good or just pretty useless, all things considered. I'm gonna run on the assumption that it's 0. So in that case, we're gonna go with something else. I'm gonna look it up. Fine, Google time. MTG, does Cascade count as, or does X count towards Cascade? Cascade, I don't know how to spell. When you cascade into a spell with X in its cost, X is always treated as 0. Good thing we checked before we got it. In that case, I think we go embrace the paradox again. For anyone joining the stream, by the way, we are building Strixhaven Draft. We are doing green-blue Quandrix, basically, because our first pick was the one and only Quandrix, which was crazy. And he says, instants and sorceries we cast from our hand get Cascade. But we do not cast prepared spells from our hand. So that means only spells we have in our hand. So no prepared stuff on any cards. So that's why we're getting some pretty high cost instants and sorceries. And I think we need to go a little bit lower. That way we have stuff to cascade into. Because if we cascade into X, X is still going to be 0, is the problem. So this does nothing. Except Surveil 2, which, I mean, sure, that's not bad. That's not the worst thing in the world. It still does something. But in this case, Giant Growth is better. Because imagine Giant Growth on this Fractal Mascot. It already has Trample. It becomes a 9/9 with Trample. Let's see. Ooh. Cuboid Colony. 1/1 for 2 Flash. Flying Trample Increment. I think we have to take that. Or Noxious Newt, but Noxious Newt... Actually, Noxious Newt is not bad either. 1/2 for 2... with Death Touch. And you can tap to add a green. Ooh, or run behind. 3 and a blue. This card costs 1 less to cast. If it targets an attacking creature, it puts target creature owner target creature's owner puts on their choice of the top. Fuck. It puts it on the top or bottom, basically. They get to choose. Also, thank you for the likes, Cal. Welcome to the stream. What do you think we should pick? I'm leaning towards Colony because it's flying and trample, but I don't know if we're going to get the trample part. Or Newt. Newt or Cuboid. I'm leaning towards Cuboid. I'm going to go Cuboid. Such a gross sound. I don't know if enough about Strixhaven. Fair, I didn't go to the pre-release, which I wish I did. But I didn't go because I was busy, and then I kept getting busy every time I wanted to go out. Luminart's favor. When you cast a spell, copy it. If you gain life this turn, you may choose a new target for the copy. Target creature gets +2/+4 until the end of turn. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Surveil 1. And then Wild Hypothesis is Wild Hypothesis. Banishing Betrayal's removal. And then Sleight of Hand's also really good. And then we got another Run Behind, which doesn't do a whole lot in our case. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, put +1 counter on this creature. Sleight of Hand gets us card advantage, which we need more of. Ooh, okay, we need to start going for creatures. Because our board's going to be a little bit too empty if we don't. And we're almost on our last pack. We're on pack 2 at the moment. So we got Pick Your Poison. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact. Each opponent chooses sacrifices an enchantment. Or each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying, which I don't think that's going to do anything in our case. Or Orisa Tide Choreographer, 2/2 for 5. This spell costs 3 less to cast if creatures you control have total toughness 4 or greater, or 10 or greater, and when it enters, draw 2 cards. And then we also have a Fractal. Honestly, I'm leaning towards the Fractal. Need a new commander to build around. Got a suggestion. My suggestion would be, I guess it would depend on your colors. What colors do you like to play? What's your play style? Because I could obviously just say my favorite commander, but you might not have fun actually playing like Muldrotha, Boros. That changes things. Boros. Honestly, I really like the new Quintonius commander from the new Strixhaven set. Quintonius is really cool looking, and he's a Planeswalker commander, and that's one of the few ones. Plus, you can always buy the commander deck and then just build from there. I remember he cares about artifacts, I think. I could be wrong. Or if you wanted to go very cheap, you could go with, there's Feathers, which is like, you can cast instants and sorceries from the graveyard as long as they're like super cheap, I think. Never tried anything from Strixhaven yet. Gonna see it, thanks. Of course, no problem. We have another Muse's Encouragement. We have a Hungry Galthith, and we're kind of desperate for creatures now. Although Muse's Encouragement also gives us a creature, so that's not bad. I'm going to go Encouragement because it's an instant sorcery which we can cascade off of pretty easily. And then we've got another Embrace the Paradox. We're getting a lot of the Shopkeeper's Bane and Glorious Decay. How many flyers are even in this format? I feel like there's way too many flying. I have no idea what just happened there. Let's ignore that and act like it didn't happen. I'm gonna get the Shopkeeper's Bane. I worry that there's a lot more flyers than there than I think there are. But it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter. There's only one blue. Quick Study or Wild Hypothesis. If we Wild Hypothesis, it's a useless card, so I think we just go Quick Study. We have a red bulk up just in case we need it, and another red card, in case we need it. The rare for this pack is Vicious Rivalry. Has another blah 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 blah. Pay X life, destroy all creatures with X life or X or less mana value. That's sure. Cool. We're not running the colors. It's our last pack. We could pivot into black. I don't think we're in a good situation to do that. I say let's just grab... There are not a lot of options in this pack, are there? Frick. We're gonna go with stock up because that is blue and it's an instant. Actually, I don't even know if it's an instant. And it's a sorcery and it's decently priced. So it's like, it's fine. It's not bad. We've got Orsa, which I don't think we're going to apply to us because it's just not... I don't know how we're going to get 10 power. Creatures total is 10 power. That changes things a lot, doesn't it? I mean, actually, I don't think we have that many big stuff anyways. We can do Tester of the Tangential, which is pretty good. Essence Scatter, which is good creature counterspell. Noxious Newt, which is a blocker. Let's do Noxious Newt. Why does the Newt make that noise? We got another Noxious Newt. A Quick Study. Another Quandrix Fractal. Or... go lands. I don't know if we want to go lands. I think we just go another Noxious Fractal. Another Painter. What is this? Target creature becomes prepared. That's not bad, actually. Luminart's Favor. Fractal Mascot. That's another bomb we can use. Because the 6/6 for 6 with Trample. Embrace the Paradox again. Effluent. I think we go with another Fractal Mascot. Not a whole lot of blue. Or there's no green either in this pack. In cases like this, I would usually go for counterpicking at that point. Counterpicking is picking a really good card in a color that's not in your colors to make sure one of the people you're playing against doesn't have access to that card. The problem is this is quick draft and none of their packs are going to anybody else. Also, thank you for the follow on Twitch, Rubegu. Paradox is nicer than it looks because it's an instant. Fair. But okay, counterpicking. In this case, counterpicking doesn't apply because we're quick drafting, and all of our opponents in this draft, technically speaking, are AI until we actually play our opponents. Then they're not AI. Counterpicking is overrated, in my opinion. It's really just something you do if you really have nothing better to pick. For example, our only real option here is the Painter, because we're in pack 3. We can't be picking something else because we're too late. We already have our colors. I'm just gonna pick the blue card in case we want to go with the blue card. I don't know if that's really going to be a good play for us. See, now we have good cards. Now we have options. I wouldn't suggest counterpicking as a main strategy ever in a draft. This is a trampler. Okay, Homesickness says 6 mana, target player draws 2 cards, tap up to 2 target creatures, put a stun counter on each of them. That's pretty decent. And we can cascade from it because it's a big card. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell is cast from us, this creature gets plus X plus 0, where X is the amount of mana used to cast that spell, and it has trample. This is perfect for us, I think. Because our only other options concoct or procrastinate. So I say Mana Worm is the obvious pick here. The other one was fine. It was pretty good. But Mana Worm just does too much for us. Especially because we're already going very heavy on instants and sorceries. And it's by mana value. It's not just +1. That's so good. And then here again, we only have one option, which is Oracle's Restoration. Target creature gets +1/+1 till the end of turn. You draw a card and gain a life. It's not bad. It's pretty decent early game, but I just don't know if it's going to be something we put in the final deck. That one I'm not upset about having to take. And honestly, I'd be pretty not sure if I would want to counterpick if I had that as an option. Follow the Luminart. It's where we mill and then we get stuff. Sure. That's kind of a weird searcher, but not really. 4 mana 3/4. When it enters, choose up to 1. Target creature becomes prepared, or target creature becomes unprepared. Honestly, not sold on Mana Worm, but the other 2 cards aren't much better. Homesickness is so much better than it looks, though. Fair. And I think that's why... I'm not going to disagree with you. I do think Mana Worm was just the pick for me. Honestly, I don't see a use for Luminar. Although I didn't notice this. We have Muse's Encouragement, which we get a 3/3 flyer. We are very much hoping to get Quandrix out, though. And I'm wondering if I'm relying too much on Quandrix for big spells. I mean, flyers are good. Don't get me wrong. Flyers are pretty darn good. In limited, of course, especially. I just don't know if... Honestly, it's better than Luminart. I'm gonna go Muses. And here we just don't have an option. Unless we take the Forest. Which I don't think we're gonna take the Forest. But... eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's pick the black one because we already have some black cards, and if we want to splash black, we can. Same thing here. Page, Loose Leaf, Construct, Legendary Artifact. 2/2 for, or 0/2 for 2. Add a colorless. Draw, discard a card name. Another card name Page. Reveal cards from the top until you reveal instant or sorcery card. Put that card on the bottom and the rest on the... Put that card in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. That does nothing for us because we have no pages. And it's pack 3. I guess we go Root Manipulation, and if we really want to splash black, we would. I think the game wants me to splash black now. I guess Mage Tower Referee, because we are casting a few multicolored. Okay, here we go. Now we're back with actual cards we can play. Luminart's Favor. Basically give it +2/+4 until the end of turn. Or Effluence. Put 2/+1/+1 counters to target creature. I guess the pick here is... I mean, yeah, picking Mana Worm was probably correct. You know the deck better than I do, just popping in a pack 3 lol. Fair. I just know we're going to be playing a lot of instants and sorceries. And we're kind of lower on the creature end, so I do want to grab actual bodies to put on the battlefield. Excuse me. I guess we go Effluence. It's either do we want temporary bigger stuff, or do we want permanent big stuff? For 1 extra. I think permanent is the play. Root Manipulation and Stargaze. Okay, now we are done with deck building. Let's see if we can actually build something to get this. After drafting your final card, comment on cards that exceed 4K. Sure. I don't know what that means, but sure. Alright, we have to get rid of 19 cards. We can start with all the red, black cards. I already got rid of a few. Yeah, Creature Balance is definitely a good reason. Yeah. We have pretty good removal. It's just... I'm not sure... I just find it easier to add that way. Perhaps change the view to spread it out. I don't know how to do that, actually. I've never had to do it. Beside the gems. I have never done that before. I have always done... Okay, so that's our mana curve. This is so much easier, actually. Okay. We are pretty low on the mana curve. A little lower than I actually thought we should be at, but that's not too big a deal. Why do we still have a swamp here? Am I... Okay, that's 2 more. 9, 8. So we have 17 lands. That's pretty not where we want to... That's actually pretty low. Quandrix Charms. Mage Tower Referee isn't... I mean, how many do we even have? 4, 5, 6, 7. We only have 7 multicolored spells. I'm not sure if we want to even use Mage Tower at that point. I mean, 17 out of 40 is standard with 2 ramp spells seems fine to me. Heck, 4. We do have a lot of ramp spells. That's true. And I do tend to run pretty aggro in my limited decks. So I am used to actually 16. And our mana curve isn't actually too bad. So 17 is actually not the worst thing in the world. Also, hello, Andy on TikTok. Welcome to the stream. Landscape Painter is one I wasn't too hot on. I could see 18, but I don't know. Let's see what we can get rid of in general first. I don't want this Landscape Painter. 2-1 for 2, it does not do anything. And we can't cascade off Vibrant Idea anyways. I see no reason to keep it. And we might have a little bit too many muses. Encouragement, since we have 3, might as well go just the 2. I want to keep the Quandrix Charm for sure. The Colony for sure. The Newt is a little bit... I mean, 2 is fine. I don't think it's bad because we can use them as blockers in the end. Procrastinate's always a good card. Studious First Year you want to keep for ramp. Oracle's Restoration. It only gets +1/+1 to the end of turn. I'm not sure I like it. Let's get rid of it. Giant Growth is good. Chase Inspiration's good for hexproof. Same thing with Royal Treatment. Sleight of Hand's good for remember we need to be drawing cards and stuff. Maybe we get rid of one of the newts in favor of just keeping the Hydro Channeler. See, the problem is Newt can tap for always green for any spell. Hydro Channeler needs it for instants and sorceries, though, is the problem. Not the greatest, in my opinion. I think Newt is just better value in this case. We get rid of her. Stock up. Quick study. So stock up, we get to look at the top 5, pick 2. Concoctor seems met in the shell. True. I think the only reason I really wanted him was for vigilance. But he is pretty expensive. And really, I don't see the second bit procced like ever. I don't think that's yeah, I think we get rid of it just because there's better options we have. You're right. How many do we need left? 6 more left to take out of this deck. Oh shit, I haven't seen stream of yours since like December when you started streaming. How are you? Hi Moon Lily. It's been a hot second. I took about a month off because life stuff happened. And I also may or may not have gotten rid of may have accidentally lost my old model, which is why I have a new one. But that's not the point. Second mascot might be a lot. But I mean, if we don't keep the mascot, we need bombs. And that's one of the bombs at the end. Like, our end game is to get Quandrix out, kill, and then same thing with Fractal. We want to make the mascot be kind of insane. Like, I guess if we draw like that and Mana Worm, I want that and Mana Worm to be like the big ending. But honestly, we might have to get rid of one. I don't know if we're tempo. Are we going to be more tempo-y in this deck? I feel like we might be a little bit. Also, thank you for the likes on TikTok, Moon Lily. Thank you, thank you. Let's get rid of one. And if I change my mind, we'll put it back. Effluence won't get procced. I think we have to forget. We have to just pretend like Infusion will never go off. Because it won't. We're not gaining that much life in this deck. So I think we get rid of Effluence, because 2+1+ counters is not the greatest thing in the world. For 3 mana. Soul Pierce isn't usually a limited card, but it can clutch in this format. See, the problem is I don't know what we're up against. Sideboard, it might be better, actually, since I've never played Strixhaven Limited. So, other than, like, I don't know, what is it called? Whatever the Is It color is. Other than Is It, I don't see it being that. I know Is It probably uses a lot of instants. I guess we also use a lot of instants and sorceries. It's pretty good against that. Am I backseeing too much? No, that's why I'm asking for help, pretty much. Because I've never played this format. I've played Standard, but I don't really know what's in Strixhaven because I missed the pre-release. So I don't know. It often has extra treasures flying around, or lying around too. Oh, I read that as flying around, and I was like, do they animate the treasures? That's crazy. Let's go away with Spell Pierce, and we can always sideboard it in, because it is best of 3. We have 3 left to go. We need to get rid of... Okay. Let's get rid of Quick Study, because Stock Up is basically Quick Study, but better. Because instead of drawing 2, we get to look at the top 5 and then pick 2 of that. I didn't know Quick Draft had best of 3. Maybe it's not best of 3. Maybe I'm just crazy. You know what? Well, who cares? It's Quick Draft. We're here for funsies. Like, I'll try hard for standard. When we do some standard, yeah, you already have 2 paradox, 2. Embrace the paradox. True. Let's get rid of... See, that is, though, like... Yeah, quick sight is super weak, because we're only drawing 2. I mean, even sleight of hand... No, sleight of hand doesn't draw us 2. It only draws us 1, but... Stock up is just objectively better in every way for that. Let's get rid of Embrace the Paradox, because we're already getting pretty decent card draw. I don't think we need to go too crazy. And get rid of... Sleight of hand doesn't scale that much in limited. If you say so, I think that's the last one we need to get rid of then. We are done. Boom. Easy. Let's... Is this best of 3 or is this best of 1? Let's see. I don't see it. Oh. Before we go crazy, duh. Let's put Quandrix sleeves and let's call it... What should we name the deck? Usually most limited decks only want 2 slots for card selection anyways. Fair. What should we name the deck? What should we name it? Well, let's see. What's funny? Quandrix is about fractals. We're doing Convoke. Not Convoke. We're doing, what is it called? We're doing some Cascade. What should we, what's fun? What's fun? I love naming decks. That's my biggest thing. That's why I have like a bajillion commander decks, but they're only 1 card in the deck and it's just the commanders. But they're all named pretty funny stuff. Let's go. Ooh, he's called Quandrix the Proof. Let's name the deck. The proof is in the fractal. The proof is in the fractal. I don't know if that's how you spell it, but that's what we're going to call it. Boom, let's do it. I'm going to drink some water while we do that. That is certainly a hand. Actually, that's not a bad hand. They're going first. We have a turn 1. I thought Noxious Newt was a... I thought Noxious Newt was a 1 mana card. That's still not a bad hand. I'm kind of a fan of Landscaper Painter. It is mediocre though, but like I like 2-drops with over costed mana sinks. Fair enough. Okay, let's go green. We are playing against a Boros. We're doing not Silver Quill, Lorehold. We're fighting Lorehold. This creature enters prepared, 2/2 for 2. So, and then you can make a treasure token. That's not the worst thing in the world. Now, do we want to hold Quandrix Charm for some reason? Or do we want to go for the Newt? I say let's go for the Newt. Mostly because I don't know what he could possibly have. Also, excuse me. 3-drop? Or are you gonna cast your prepared spell? Cast the prepared spell. I think it's good that we... Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Why would you cast this thing? Okay. 2/2 double strike, 1/1, and enters prepared. Target creature gets blah 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 blah. Ooh, we don't have a land. That's not good. That is not good. You could fractal for 3, but I don't want to do that. A 2/1 with fire is not that great in this scenario. Let's just go with another Newt. And then we can protect our other Newt if we need to. So if he attacks, we can block with a Newt, pump with Giant Growth. Same thing if we he attacks with Glass Right. Although if he goes with Glass Right, we can just do Royal Treatment, I think. Sure. I forgot about that. That you can... I forgot about Graduation Day. So, oh, Glass... that gets Double Strike, though. They both get Double Strike. I think no matter what, one of them's going to die. So let's get rid of you. And... Giant Growth, because if we keep the road treatment... Really? Wow, we are getting absolutely mana screwed right now. I don't know past turn. That is not a good hand. Okay. Exile this card from your graveyard. You may gain 2 life, surveil 1, activate only as a sorcery. Sure. Sure. Please, lands, save me. Okay. Maybe we need to run 18 lands in this deck, because this is borderline obnoxious. But, okay, I build so many commander decks in, like, Mox Field that are mostly just one commander. Honestly, Ops, Lorehold deck, kind of mid. Usually they have value loops by now. Okay, good to know. They didn't attack, go for the attack. That's interesting. To be honest, I might have undervalued sleight of hand. Are you kidding me right now? Still no lands? How does that happen? Okay. What if I bait... Okay. What if I bait... Honestly, okay. If I attack with the Bane... That's an instant. That's an instant. So let's go for the swing. Gain 2 life. Because we need that. Then again, not even sleight of hand could find the land in the shuffle. There. Okay, he is going for the 3. Then that means we... We only get +1/+1 from this, so he will still die. If we Quandrix Charm, though, he gets 5. Or we could Banishing Betrayal. There's the land. And he still takes 4. So now we have a land. What is that? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, target creature. Okay. Sure. Swing. Block. That's not great. To be fair, Wolf is kind of flooding, so this is the classical versus split scenario. So true, but now we have stuff. We have access to 5 mana. So let's bait out a block, because there's no way he's not going to. And if he does block, we'll go with the Muse's Encouragement. There it is. So Quandrix Charm to make him a 5/5, so he won't die. kill his stuff. And do we want a fractal for 5 or for 3? Honestly, we're so ahead in value, I don't see a reason. Actually, we could have. What's he gonna do? Attack for 3? Gain 2 life, draw, surveil 1. So scary. Ooh. Ooh. This is the most mana efficient play. Yes, but if that would have left me open for an attack. This way he can't use his vigilance, at least, to his advantage. Because my dudes are death touch, remember that. So, yeah, you had many of uses for mana later, so I think dumping a tiny fractal would have been nice. True. I think I just want to keep him scared because he doesn't know what I have now. If we embrace the paradox, what are the odds we whiff? And just don't draw land. Let's get the first year out and then get some lands. I think that's a good strategy here. And then we can do a rampant growth. Get ourselves... we need a forest, right? Yes, we need a forest. Get the forest. And then we could fractal for 2, but I really want to keep up with the blocking. You think he'll call my bluff if I attack? With the Bane? He has so much to lose and I don't. See, I gain the life. We'll both lose creatures, but I have more creatures. You can't fractal for 2? Oh yes, the fractal will die. True. What is he doing? Knew it. He wouldn't do it. X would be a 0. Fractal will die. That's true. So we have the blockers out. I think we win, unless he pulls out a bomb right now. Flyer. When this creature enters plus 1/+1 at the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 creature target card from a graveyard. So he has a flyer. I don't. Not too big a deal right now. He won't swing with the debater. We now have lots of lands. Okay. See, this is why I like the Fractal Mascot, because we can tap down this dude now and force this out. Force this to block. Hope kind of had an Identity Crisis and built for it full deck, but half the deck just wants to be Silver Quill. Is that what he's building right now? Is that how his deck's working? I'm gonna go with the Mascot, tap him down, and swing for 4. He will not block. Can't block that guy because it's too good. Drew a land. I win. That's so easy. Fractal Mascot is good. Yeah, it wins games. So it is best of 1. Okay, noted. Please everyone note that when you play Quick Draft, it is best of 1. Okay. So the question is, do we want to make any changes to the deck? Fractal Mascot carried. I honestly think that was just a bad hand. I don't think that was actually an issue with the mana base. I think we just got screwed up with that. Let's just keep going. If we lose, we'll change the deck. How about that? I think that's a fair assessment, don't you think? Then you need 2 games to actually get a feel for changes. I'm fair. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. My southern accent came. Oof. Okay, but keep in mind one thing. We have the studio's first year to get out another card. So, plus the newts mitigated the screw very nicely. I say the studio's first year is gonna carry us here. That is a lot of forests. It's not that the worst thing in the world because we were playing against the other one. Whatever that one is called. Alright, forest, we have to spend the turn getting a rampant growth out for an island. No attacks because we would instantly die if we do that. The newts are great. I think the newts were... because the death touch is crazy. It is so good. I can't block. I can't stop that. So, no blocks. Let's hope there's no other... nothing that could get us there. Island. Sure. I'm not sure. That was an interesting thing to happen. I won't complain. Still no plays. What could they possibly be planning here? I want to keep up Quandrix's charm because it's counter target spell. I would do Muse's encouragement, but I don't trust. Knew it. There it is. There it is. And that's boom. All right. All right. All right. All right. Next turn we can Fractal Mascot. What do you think? Do you think they have something put up their sleeve again? Oh, I don't want to risk it again. What could they possibly pop off, though? Let's hold up the charm for their next big play. I have nothing. Quandrix's charm. We are in a very good spot now. We have the Fractal Mascot, which will tap down the Channeler, which we don't even need to do. No blocks. Very... okay. Let's pretend we have something. And let's see what they're gonna do. Because if we play the Fractal Mascot and they flash out a creature, we can at least tap it down for a little bit. It didn't stop us. Okay, let's do the encouragement then. I kind of want to keep everything except the island. The newt's good. Maybe we could have used something bigger, but, you know, I don't think that that's so bad. Oh, Deluge Virtuoso. Interesting. Island. Fractal Mascot. Let's just get big. Let's go big. Let's get the end game here. I think we're in the end game and we're a little bit ahead still. Granted, we have less life, but we have bigger guys. If that makes sense. So swing for one. Virtuoso is an optimized shell. Does a lot. Well, it is. Well, it's tapped down, so we're a little bit safer now. Unless there's another one, in which case, never mind. Oh, shoot. Okay. Not that bad. But form behind for Virtuoso. Let's go in for the 3. I think it's best when ahead slash partially. I think we're ahead in terms of... We're ahead in terms of tempo. And I say that because he's at a lot less life. He's got 1 card. Meanwhile... And I'm about to be at 0, but my board is so much larger. And I do not need any of those lanes right now. And then Colony, of course. In hindsight, I misplayed there. Yeah, we're hella ahead. If you could have colonized first. Exactly. Yeah, I misplayed. Now it's a big misplay. I mean, it's not that big of a misplay. It's a very slight misplay. It's not going to lose us the game, but it could be the mean. I mean, it's a 2 flying turn clock anyway, so it's not huge. Yeah. We have 3 flyers, and there's no board wipes in this format, I don't think. If there are, we are definitely in a bad situation. We could potentially get in a bad situation. Change the 2 turn clock into... Yeah, exactly. So, okay, see, it wouldn't have done anything because he's going to burst lightning anyways. That's fine. Gonna swing for 8, 9 damage. There's splatter technique for... Yeah. Okay. Why would you do that? I kill one of the Virtuosos. I swing in for, what, 3, 6, 12 damage? They go to 2. Sure. And then... I don't see this going poorly. Unless they have a really good card in their hand, and I didn't top deck anything. But that's fine. Swing for 12. They block, sure. 6 goes, or 3 goes through. They go to 5. Pretend I have something in my hand. We are in a very good position. Very, very ahead, in my opinion. And that's key. Because they would have had to get rid of at least... And that's a rank up right there. So here's it. So they would have had to get rid of at least the mascot to survive a turn. No, because they do 6 damage. Right. So... Yeah. Unless both of these are like kill spells, there's no way he could have won. This deck is pretty good, actually. Granted, we've been fighting against bronze players, so it's not like we're fighting against, like, the peak players over here. Even with 2 kills, you still have to get 3/3 fly remaining. Yeah, what I'm saying is, he would have at least survived. They would have, because they would have gone down to at least 2 and then had a turn to, like, top deck something crazy. And if they did manage that, I think the universe wants them to win at that point. Because that would have just been the top deck of the century. Game 3, folks. All right. That is a decent hand. I like our hands. Our hands have been all right so far, with the exception of that first game where we got mana screwed. What should we reveal first? I feel like we're not revealing, and we're revealing already a lot because of our card sleeves, but still. Forest. Let's go with the colony, because that way we can... There's no turn 4... There's no 4 drops you can play next turn anyways. Even with 2 kills, you still have a 3/3 fire. Yeah. I already read that, didn't I? Do that. Play... How does increment work again? Whenever you cast a spell, if the mana you spend is greater than this creature's power. He has flash, by the way, you might have... It has flash? That's crazy. I didn't read that it had flash. Okay. Note, next time we will... Okay, so we could newt for value. I say let's newt because here's my reasoning. We play the newt. Next turn we draw land, we hope, and we can play our 5-drop. Granted, the Bane's pretty good early game, but we don't know if they're going to play a blocker. So I say let's do the newt, draw, swing for 2. Pass the turn. We're playing against red-black? I didn't know that was a thing. He told you, draw, newt takes you to game-winning 5-drop. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Exactly. And now, we just simply do Muse's Encouragement. We put the charm on top because we want to be... Just in case we want to counterspell. Swing for 3. Go ahead. Encouragement is also an instant. Am I crazy? Note to self, everybody. Reading the cards explains the cards. Oh. Alright, what are we looking at here? A 4/3. They don't feel like instants. They feel like sorcery. It's a 4/3 with trample. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I think we can get rid of it anyways. Plus we have flyers, so who really cares? If we play Shopkeeper's Bane, it's not gonna proc Colony. Do we want to keep up Charm though? I want to keep up Charm. Charm's too good not to keep up. I know we're missing out on an extra damage, but we're so ahead, I don't think it's gonna matter. I at least know that Quandrix's Charm is an instant. I know that at least. Ugh. We can't counter it because they'll just pay the cost. Sure, you get bigger. Sure, you can kill it. I don't see a problem with it. Whenever 1 or more cards leaves your graveyard, make it 2/2. Alright, here's my quandary here. We could counter it. It is awesome. Okay. In that case, let's kill it. Because honestly, I was gonna say let's keep the newt up for the artist. That way we can kill it. Even if we'll be taking some damage, who cares? But if we need to get rid of that card, we need to get rid of the card. Also, we did have Banishing Betrayal, so that is an instant though. Let's see, do we want to proc? Okay, let's see. 3, 6, 7. That's not gonna be lethal, so I don't see it. It does open up to Firepipe Betrayal, but you can erase it anyways. Exactly. I say let's keep up Banishing Betrayal. We can return it after he wastes some stuff. Let's full swing. I have a win here. This is already a win. I don't see how we can lose here unless he kills everything. Unless he kills everything but the newt, we win. Or he has a counterspell. I mean, starts at 4 and they're playing Rakdos, so whenever it casts targets a creature, we win. I was about to say, that doesn't have flying or reach. We still swing for 6 next turn. Yeah. Dang, bronze is so easy. I mean, minimal offense. This is the equivalent of beating a guy with no mouse in an FPS. Okay, to be fair, this is bronze. Once we get out of bronze, I think we're at least gonna have like some decent opponents. I feel like we should not have won that first game at all. Like that first, because there's no way Our deck is that good. All right, what are we fighting? Eeny, meeny, miny forest. Island. Newt. I don't know what they're playing against, or what we're playing against, so I don't want to hold up the charm. Because that charm could have been anything. Stock up is not, to be fair, even a good deck in G1 would have struggled with that much flood. Fair. We're playing Is It against Is It, so there's that. We could super stun. Blue mana bottleneck classic. That's... We could super stun it. That'd be hilarious. Stun it forever. I'm not gonna do it though. I think let's just stock up. Pick. Let's pick Quandrix Charm and Studious First here. And cast the first year. I don't know if that was the best play, but it's not that bad. Is it starts popping off at 5 spell mana, so next turn, that's good that we're holding up the charm. Then we have 2 charms actually. If we want to double, if we want to just, I think the turn before they're 5 is the best time to charm. Maybe. I say let's rampant growth once, keep up enough for the charm, and go ahead. We could have kept 2 charms up, but I really don't see. I think that they're gonna do a bigger play here. At least they're probably gonna go with the vibrant idea actually. If they get a land, which it doesn't look like they got a tap land. You don't have a second blue for charm anyways. I didn't. That's right. I didn't think about that. Low states kind of... I mean, they can't counter it. I'm gonna let them flow state. I really don't see that as a useful counter. Even if we have 2, it's like I'd rather counter a big. Might just be. I already let it go through. Counter cantrips, meh. Exactly. I'd rather hold on to it and maybe make them feel threatened by it, because maybe they do think I have a counter spell, so they're going to be a little bit more careful now. Plus, let's Muse's Encouragement, and then we can also just charm anyways next turn. Now we'll be ahead. Oh. Yeah, I need it. I need it. I don't really think I need the lands anymore. I was gonna go for it. Swing for 1, because you can't block it anyways. I am going to try to get ahead on their life for now, since they won't attack unless they have some sort of pump spells. Oof. They still would have popped it off. They still might not have. Okay. There is a lot we're going on here. Let's see. They are ahead of us in terms of they're pretty wide. What should we do? So the mascot's pretty beef. The question is, we have no way of getting rid of anything. Well, I guess we could super stun. Let's procrastinate. And let's make X2 in this case. So it'll be out of the game for a little bit. And swing in with the flyer. And that way we have a Quandrix Charm ready to go. In hindsight, we could have done one more X, but I didn't do the math right. And there's another flow state. Yeah, that mascot's really good, actually. I don't know what they're gonna do at this point. This is actually a decent game. Oh, they still have mana though. Alright. Shoot. Here's our dilemma. We can hexproof it. But that means we can't counter whatever they play next. I need my birds. I need to keep them around. I cannot let the birds die. Okay. Interesting play. The Bane. Essence Scatter. They only have one card left in hand, but we are still behind if we let that. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna counter it. Because this way I still get life, and I still have some sort of way to keep attacking. Sure. Gonna do the painter. I'm not opposed to that. That's fine. They are so much more ahead of me than... They're so much more ahead of me than anyone else has been so far. That's a land. Okay. Swing for 7, gain 2. They are silver? That's true. I said they were, as soon as we got to silver, we were going to fight decent opponents. That's not fair. I thought Bane had 3 toughness. That's okay. That's okay. That's a big misplay, actually, on our part, though. If we get any of our card stuff, Bane is a little bit, yeah, Bane might be what we want to get rid of in favor of maybe another, maybe we get rid of it for another mascot. 2 toughness is a deal breaker for a drop. It's the toughness in the life gain that does it for me. I am still at 21, which is nice, considering they're at 7. They're just so much more ahead than I am. And I don't... Needy Painter. Colony doesn't do anything here. Let's play it though, of course. Right, it has flash. It has flash. I forgot. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. I keep forgetting his flash. I can't attack because the 1-4 will just block and do nothing. We need to hope for Paradox. We need to hope for Paradox. If we can Paradox, I think we'll be in a decent position. We can bring it back. But until then, we'll hold back. Mascot's about to go online though. About to untap though. Next turn. We need something here. Really only out is top decking arcades or chain paradoxes into more gas while opponent mega floods. True. Yes, exactly. Which can happen. You never concede in Magic because you never know what you can top deck. Oh, we got Quandrix. I don't know if that does anything yet. Quandrix himself has Cascade though. What do we got? Never say never. Exactly. Lands. Mana Worm. Cast for free. Quandrix. All right. All right. We're doing something here. How many flyers? Just one? Swing for 5? He has reach. Still. Quandrix did go crazy with that land pocket. I'm so glad. Okay, there goes the colony, I guess. There goes both. Oh. I don't read my opponent's cards. I usually just memorize things. I think that's my biggest weakness in Magic is actually I don't know what cards do. I just memorize what my opponents play. Like for Standard, I just memorize the best decks. And so I already know what I'm fighting. And I already know what they're probably going to do. I don't have to actually know what their cards do. I just remember it already. It's okay. It's okay. One loss. That's not bad. Maybe we can top deck a good card, a big spell. It's such a big board. It's such a big board. Fractal Mascot. What do we tap here? I feel like that's the play. That's what we tap here. Okay. That's okay. How many cards? 9 cards. 9 cards. 9 cards. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. 9 cards. Wait. Okay. That's a flyer. That's a flyer. That's reach. That's a flyer. My thing has Quandrix has trample, right? So we just need 5. It's only 5. Let's not attack and hold up. Because he can't attack either. Because if he attacks, I don't think he has 15 here. I'm not gonna do the math here, but I could at least maybe bring this back if I can top deck something else pretty good. How many lands have we gone through? Rick, what'd you just do? Ow. But they do sloppy attack and have some disruption. It might find lethal. They didn't kill Colony yet. Okay, how many? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 out of... Now, let me... Combat math might be the toughest combat math there is. Okay. We have 11 lands out. There goes Quandrix. Okay. Quick study. Why are you running quick study? Who does that? Okay. Sure. Flow state. At least that's tap. This is not gonna end well. No cards. I have to survive. I just have to survive. 9 life. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the play. Here's the play. No, I believe. Let's believe. Okay, there are biggest ones. A 5/6. I have no flying blockers. Okay. I have to take 5, so I have to mitigate 4 damage somehow. Okay. Oh, I do lose. There's actually 2 flyers. 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I still lie. Okay. Wait. No, there's another flyer. Okay. Let's block some dudes, and maybe I don't understand how math works. Yeah, I think that's it. -3. So close. First loss, that's okay. That's only our first loss. Not a deal breaker. So let's figure out what went wrong. I think Bane is out in favor of another mascot. For sure. Ramp Fish. Rampfish might be in. Wait, which one's Rampfish? I'm still, hold on. Hydro Chandler. It is a Merfolk, that's right. That's true. Let's get rid of a Bane in favor of that. And I think our deck is better now. I don't think that's too bad. I think we did pretty well. Considering how he was only at 5, they were only at 5 life. Like, that was pretty good. Also, I don't understand how we got paired with a random silver player when we're in like bronze 3 still. Now, why are we against bronze player or silver players? Yeah. That is not a good opening hand, though. I mean, if it was Forest, I could take it. I mean, Plats get paired with Mystics all the time. Really? That's crazy. I'm gonna have to mulligan this. I just don't see, unless we, especially on the play. That is not much better. but at least we can play the hand. That was pretty all right. Okay, we can now get rid of stuff. A plaid thing that's doing well and a mythic that's doing bad might meet. That makes sense. Yeah, especially if there's like not a lot of players playing at the moment. I can see that happening. It's been such a long time since I actually like played for keeps. Since like, oh, hi friend, what does that do? Ward 1. Should I just, for the funnies, put it back? I mean, I can. I'm gonna do it. It's funny. Get out of here. Get out of here. Honestly, I don't think we need another land. Thank you for the land anyways. I also prefer casting Procrastinate as late as possible. Like 10-12 counters type. She needs a mana sink for synergies like Mana Worm. That's true. And it would count in this case. Well, I assume they're going to recast the Thornfist Striker. What do you have for 1 green, though? The 6 counter is already hard to remove, though. True, that does last a while. Here's the question. I can't attack. And I can't Fractal Mascot it either next turn. Because Ward means protection. It's hexproof. Right? No. Ward means the spell or ability gets countered. Can't you procrastinate it? True. Let's see. You can procrastinate for how much? I can procrastinate it for a total of 4 4 counters, so 2. It has ward though. I need to keep 1 up, unless I straight up don't. I thought the card had 2 blue pips on it. My bad. I don't know how to do math. Okay. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4. No, 3. X is 3. Target you. Yes. Boom. Boom. Pay for ward. They have a spell. Oh no. Oh no. What do they have? I still have 6. I'm still gonna swing for 6. That's rough though. That's rough. That was... Whew. Was not expecting a hexproof there. Are they gonna swing for 4? Who would have thought they'd have that? Ouch. Okay, this is... This shuffle is rough too. Do I have any more removal? Does it have hexproof? No, it just has ward 1. Okay. What if we procrastinate again? What are the odds they have it again? Ward drop. What do they have? What do they have? Okay, at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice a permanent unless you gain life this turn. So they cast 4. If they have a lane in hand, they won't have to. Okay. Maybe we just mascot. And then we can procrastinate that thing next turn. Sure, we're going to lose the value on the mascot, but... who cares at this point? I need to be able to do the damage. there's the land. I was so sure. Okay. Okay, okay. Let's rethink what we're doing here. That 4/4 is gonna eat my butt if I don't stay. Okay, if they play this, they have to gain life. How are they gonna gain life? I don't... True. I think we play the Newt. Sacrifice a permanent. I see. I thought I said creature. Let's just play the Newt and be threatening, maybe? Because we can block. So they might just rush out the demon anyways, even without life. Oh. Okay. Yep, they got me. I think they have me here. That was crazy. I bronze 3. Why are they fighting? Why are they putting people like that? Okay. That was a crazy rush at the end. So much removal. I'm not sure I could have done anything at that point. Let's see. Removal, removal, removal. Do we have any more removal in our sideboard that we can maybe put in? Because if we do, I would put it in maybe. I know removal is very good in limited. Because I play mostly black in limited for that reason. I play a lot of white black for that reason. But we might just not have had it. Yeah, other than Spell Pierce, I don't think we have any more removal we could have put in. Simply the amount of creatures you drew were not enough. Yeah. If our first hand had two forests instead of islands, I think we would have been fine. But we didn't have it. See, this is a hand. This is a good hand. And we're on the play. We're going first. We'll be keeping ahead because we have the first here. Which next turn we can ramp in growth. And then we'll be able to turn 5 fractal. They have nothing. We'll get another forest. And go ahead. I think we're doing great. Okay, maybe we're not doing as great because we haven't drawn a land. What does he do? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, this gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. If 5 or more, this creature also gains double strike until the end of turn. Huge. A 2-drop, that's a 6/6 sometimes with double strike, potentially. Oh, no, sorry. I misread. If 5 or more mana were used to cast that spell, I say let's stock up because we need to be able to hit that curve next, and we weren't going to. So we're going to take this, and we're going to take Charm, and pass the turn after that. We'll 3 double strike, yeah. I don't... Well, they won't be able to do that next turn because 5... It needs to have 5 mana in it. And they only have access to 3. Is it whenever you cast? It's whenever you cast. That might be a problem. Because, I mean, we can counter with Quandrix. It's not going to matter because right now we're going to... Sure. I don't really think that's an issue. Search your library for... Okay. You'll swing for 2. I could chase inspiration to get another, but I think yeah, let's not take the damage and see what happens. And then we'll mascot next turn. And then we can procrastinate him afterwards. I don't know how to count mana, apparently. This is bronze. Who knows what they're going to do? True. Well, I don't think they're going to do anything good. It's bronze. And they're banned player. Your plays more controlling game, to be honest. Interesting. Oh, so apparently I don't know how to read. I thought this said... I thought I had 6. So, I don't have 6. So let's fractal. For 3. Star does a lot of work in optimized blue-red lists, but here, nah. Search your library for an instant or sorcery card. That's really good, though. Luckily, it can't play it this turn. But you did procrastinate me, so there is that. The treasure procrastination is huge, too. I won't block. Take the 3. So you got 2 Quandrix charms. And somehow no lands. Next turn is probably going to be the wild idea. So let's keep the counter. For... Okay, they are in bronze. Here's my issue. So, they're going to do that. Sure. I will counter. Here's what they might realize. They can snarf, technically, I think, and get a treasure, and then pay you with the 2 treasures. And they realize that fact. Shoot. So they did realize that, because they just have to cast. What is the worst they could tutor for? I don't know. That's kind of what I'm worried about. They could tutor for a lot of things, and I just don't know what they could possibly... So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to counter it again. Oh, you know what? I could have just... That was a misplay. You want to know why that was a misplay? Okay, actually, it might not have been a misplay. But here's why I think it could have been a misplay. This has double strike. This is bad. What I could have done instead is Quandrix charmed my bear, make it a 5/5 instead. That way, they would trade, and I would get rid of something that they care a lot about for something I barely care about. But now I can't do that. Could that have been really bad? I don't know. Granted, they could have gotten something really good, and who knows? I'm gonna block Sonar just because of how much value that thing has, and then we'll procrastinate And it was a pick your poison situation. Exactly. I don't think that that was quite... that was a really rough choice. But oh well. It happens. They are going to draw 3, discard. They're making a choice, that's for sure. There's another double strike. I will probably have to block this one. Or else I'm going to be taking another 6 and go down a 7, and I don't want to do that either. They are taking their time though. It's kind of it's kind of like how when I was I can understand magic turns can take a while to think about. Wait, my thing is tapped. I just realized Bear is tapped somehow. Why is Bear tapped? Bear is tapped. I don't know how Bear got tapped, but... Alright, we're gonna hard procrastinate, I guess. For 5, 6. Get super procrastinated. Their list is pretty good. Yeah. They got really good picks. Swing for 6. I can't block their flyer anyways. I think that's another loss here. I think that might be our loss. You're not keeping the roll treatment? What am I gonna block, really? I can't really stop anything. Because their mascot is flying. None of my stuff can block flying. The odds of them having enough to actually be able to kill mascot or fractal, which fractal is not relevant in this right now. Removal on your fractal kills you, and their clock isn't that fast. But they didn't kill me. Or they didn't kill Fractal. And the problem is Fractal still has 3 more counters on it is the problem. Unless they whiff. I think they have it here. It's a 2-turn clock versus a 2-turn clock. That's assuming they even have that they don't have an instant or sorcery. The moment they do, if they have 2, I think that's game. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go for the kill here. Or I'm gonna try to... So now let's... Oh. Yeah, no, it's not prepared. They already used the Sandar. They... Okay. Sure. Do they have it? They don't have it. They don't have it. Okay. I go to 2. Okay. I'm gonna royal treatment preemptively the mascot. Why? Because it's now 7. I will now swing with the fractal. They have to block it. Sure. Sure? That's really good, actually. Kills both. Make an encouragement. I now have a blocker. Thank you, HCAS, for the gift on TikTok. Welcome, welcome. I think we're about to turn this around. Okay. Block the mascot. Block Fire Dancer, because I have to, or else I die. Sure. Swing. We're playing Magic the Gathering. We're doing a draft right now of Strixhaven. We're trying to rank up to like the top, but right now we're trying to win this battle. This is really hard. Okay. Swing. No point in swinging with the flyer because it's vigilant, so we can't even swing with the mascot. Blocks with the flyer. I deal that. I play another Muse's Encouragement. I don't want either of these. It's their turn. I think I win. I think I turn this around. That's odd. That's crazy. Did I miss lethal? Yeah, because I assumed they wouldn't... that's right. Well, it's fine. It's not like it's... What, they block here? And I win next turn anyways. For safety's sake, let's... Oh, well, I play way too much Magic. I just wanted to play another deck. It's just... we first picked Quandrix in the draft. So... Oh, they countered that? What a... How? I also didn't realize if Fractal got untapped or not, but I win. I win. You lose. I win. -12. I cannot believe we turned that around. Damn, Quandrix first pick in the draft as well. That's why we just went hard in on blue, blue-green instants and sorceries. And the deck is called The Proof is in the Fractal because I like... And we're not changing the deck. I don't know why it's doing that. Done. I have upwards of 30 EDH decks. Me too, except none of them are done. Most of mine are just named. So it's like a bunch of decks in Moxfield with just one commander and they're named because I was like, oh, funny name. Like, shit, I can't remember most of them now. But it's like, oh, I have Karn. There's a Karn commander. It's just coin operated boy. In this format, every deck is kind of instants and sorceries, is it? We got Quandrix in our... Oh, this is... in our hand, but here's the problem, actually. We have nothing. We have no creatures. It's a really good hand otherwise. I'm gonna risk it. Nothing playable. I'm not. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it. Because worst case scenario, we can procrastinate and just wait. See? Trust. 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 Trust the process. We got a Noxious Newt right here. Trust the process. You gotta trust the process. You can't not trust the process. Swing for 1. What does he do? Should we punish? Just Giant Growth for the funny? We get Giant Growth for the funny. I mean, what can he do? One man, one guy? Let's punish. Okay, I'll save it. I'll save it. keep him to roll to protect your mana though. True. Yeah, just in case he tries to go for a kill, I'll kill. I'll keep up the royal treatment. A shopkeeper's bane. We got rid of that for us, but honestly, that might be a good target for procrastinate. I don't see why not. I want to see that. Well, thank you for coming to the stream, HCAS. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. No land. That's not fun. If they swing with the Bane, will the growth save it? No. Yes, the growth would save it. I remembered Cube Colony has Flash, so we don't even need to play it right now. Pass the turn. No need to even try anything crazy. Alright, let's see if they actually will try. I can't stop that. I can't stop it. That's the problem. However, they have fallen into my trap, potentially. Yeah. So my Newt will die now, based off of that. Because my original plan was Giant Growth to make it a 4/5, so it doesn't die. But now it will die, unless I have Royal Treatment and Giant Growth. Which we could do. I don't know if I want to do that. We can't block the Pest because Pest is also too big. And we're on our timeout. Shit, I'm overthinking this, aren't I? I feel like I'm way overthinking this. And I don't really want to take 7 here. And I'll go to 12. That resolves. Sorry, I forgot to even do that first. Here's what I'm gonna do. I will make Newt super huge. And if I did the math wrong, well, that's it for me. But it doesn't look like I did. Because watch this. Sure, it's wasting a lot, but them losing the Bane is probably gonna actually suck. And now they can't kill without like warding or proccing the ward. So unless they can buff the Bane, okay, never mind. Never mind, they just did that. Okay, sure. Could recoup the card advantage anyways. Yeah. Was not expecting them to have a Giant Growth as well, though. We could procrastinate for 2. No, not even. Because you can only do it for 1. No, yeah, 1. So it'd only be 2 counters anyways. I don't think that's worth it. It's just too big. I guess we could have done it on Teacher's Pet. But at least we got rid of a Bane. And I mean, it's not that bad. As long as we start drawing some cards, that would be nice. Granted, we're losing 6 a turn. That's not fun. That's really not fun. And the Bane comes back anyways. Alright, keep colony. Okay. That's rough. That's really rough. Could tap it. I don't know if that's the best idea. Oh, 2 Banes. Yeah. I say let's wiping is sideboard, pre-sideboard might have had a better chance. True. Let's just procrastinate that thing. Let's procrastinate the heck out of that thing. And past turn. I mean, I guess we can't really block anyways. I mean, we can, but like, it's not that great. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm sure. Swinging in for 6. Okay. I don't know if we can come back from this, guys. Let's block with the colony, maybe? And... hope and pray? I don't know what I was hoping and praying for, to be honest. Hydro Channeler. Sure. Sure. Add insult to injury. Is this draft? Yes, this is a Strixhaven quick draft that we first picked Silverquill for. Not Silverquill. Quandrix. This Quandrix specifically. I feel like this is not a great spot to be joining in on. I did not have fun. No, I'm sad. That was crazy. Well, that was, at least we got 4 wins. 4-3 ratio is not the worst thing in the world. I'm the one from YouTube. Probably should have mulled. You're right. Hello, I'm the one from YouTube. I'm on Twitch now. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Twitch. Well, that's... yeah, I probably should have mulled that. But you know how we're going to do better now? Actually, let's open the packs. Let's open the packs. First and foremost, we have 3 packs of Strixhaven. What did we get? If I can actually open them. There we go. We got Berta. Also, thank you for the follow on Kataxia. I'm really bad at saying names, aren't I? But thank you for the follow. I really like this set. This set is fun. I really wish I could have been able to play the set. Yeah, I wish I could have done the pre-release, I mean. Oh, and then we got Silver Quill. 2 dragons in one set. Or in one day. That's wild. And then Storm Caved Coast, which is a great dual land. Berta is really good. Interesting. In hindsight, I should have read what she did. No, 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 no. I don't want to spoil the deck. What does Berta do? I mean, if there's still draft and sealed events here and there. That's true. You are absolutely right. It's a matter of that I don't go outside that often. All right, what does Berta do? Increment whenever one or more. I don't want to craft more Bertas though. Increment whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Berta. Add 1 mana of any color. Pay X to tap to create a 0/0 blue-green fractal token and put X +1/+1 counters on it. That's crazy. I love that. Berta's sounds really good and limited, especially. But you know what we're gonna play? Berta's doing it. Instant speed is crazy. Yes, it doesn't even say do it as a sorcery. Okay, so now we're going to do some good old-fashioned standard. Best of 3. Did that say best of 3? I don't know. We're gonna find out, aren't we? See, this is a format I know a lot better. We're playing prowess. Not prowess. Is it lessons? Does it use anything from Strixhaven? No. Does it use anything from TMNT? Also no. But is it great and is it fun? Yes. I've not touched ranked in like 2 sets. I also haven't since like okay. This is best of 3. Congrats. All right. Well, at least it's best of 3. Do we want to keep it just for? But it's funny. Imagine if we can come in from this. Yeah, it's mulligan. Okay. Oh my gosh, we should have kept the first one. How is this worse? How is this worse? I didn't do anything. I swear I didn't do anything. Okay, sure. We'll get rid of an island. It's not the worst. It's not unwinnable. Keep that in mind. It's not unwinnable. Let's get rid of Iroh's Determination. And hope they're not playing an aggro deck. In hindsight, I probably should have gotten rid of Abandoned Attachments instead, but that was so terrible. What a hand. So, in case anyone doesn't know what this deck is supposed to do, it's supposed to be playing a bunch of lessons, make things cheaper. For example, right now, I'm playing It'll Quench Ya. And because I'm playing lessons, it makes certain cards better. Blah, blah, blah. I'm supposed to be discarding and drawing cards to play, oh, frick. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. What are we even fighting? I don't even know what we're fighting yet. Enchantments. We're fighting mono white enchantments, or a variant of it. That's full wisdom insight. All right, Rubagoo. Thank you for coming to the stream, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. The Aurafaring Merchant deck. True. So what do we play in this fight? And then I play Monument to Endurance, kill my opponent, blah, 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 blah. I really don't think... This is great. This is great. I'm happy with this. Honestly, do we even want to try changing anything up? I think our deck is pretty good as is. I think if we lose game 2, we'll do that. I think this is like the best matchup because we have so much removal here. I think the main board list is made for this matchup, to be honest. Exactly. And we have 2 grandmas. It just eats aggro life. True. That's why I love it. And it's aggro in its own kind of way, if that makes sense. We're going to use interaction and selection. Exactly. That's what I mean. See, like right there? Kill. 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 We draw. Get rid of the island. See, I'm so much better at standard than I am in a limited draft that I don't understand how anything works. Frick. Okay, okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, the trifecta is up. Yeah, it is, because we can honor his talent. I mean, I don't want to leave the this only. There's only room for 1 grandma in this field. I don't think it's even a grandma, is it? I just called her old. I'm gonna put that in play. In hindsight, Monument to Endurance should have been the play, but I'm too eager to get this. It's game 2. We have a free game pretty much. Now the question is, do we want to kill? No. I'll say go after that. That was kind of I rushed that a little bit, but I think that's fine. There's 2 of them. Okay. That could have... Okay, sure. Okay. I think they missed a... No, they didn't miss a land. I don't think. Okay, we might have to let them go pop off, and I'm worried that that's not a good idea, actually. I think I got a little too gung-ho there. Just a little bit. It's okay. It's not a big deal, actually. Okay, that is a slightly bigger deal. But they're not popping off. And honestly, I just kind of want to see what their deck's all about. Okay, that's not great. No, don't target the monument. Don't target the monument. Be dumb. Be dumb. Target the grand. Frick. Why didn't you get rid of the grandma? I had more. That sounds really bad out of context, doesn't it? That's a lot of damage. Okay. In hindsight, a little bit too aggressive. We can at least bring it back a little bit. Can we hit a land for the life of us, though? That'd be nice. Pass. Quench might be a little bit too slow in this matchup. I mean, it was really good at the beginning. I don't know, maybe bad construction or constructed. I think it was actually not that bad. I just think it was a little too aggressive that I was like, oh, I don't care what I'm doing, I win. I take 8 this turn. I think it's just Quench and I think it's just Quench and G2. Yeah. I might switch it out. In hindsight, I should have played, I should have actually played Endurance out first. For some reason, I don't know why, I was too, like, super gung-ho. I decided to play the Artist talent first. Annul is probably what I'll put instead of, it'll quench ya, not clench. That's not Freudian slip. How bad is that? 8 still? Sure. I mean, I think we lose this round. That's fine. I was mostly just goofing off with this one. I wasn't actually. Let's just get rid of Quench and more Grandma. Woof. Let's see what they play out. As long as we can learn a little bit about what they're playing. That's another enchantment. Annul's gonna be great. I think Annul's gonna be like super good here. I am very tempted to run Essence Scatter because they only run so many creatures. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. That's fine. Because they're very reliant on their creatures. All their enchantments a lot of their enchantments are auras. So if we just get rid of what the auras can attach to, I don't see this as an issue. I think the stock list runs 16. Really? Enchantments or creatures? It sounds like enchantments, not creatures. No blocks. Removal is the play. 16 creatures. 4, 8, 12, 16. So that's 4 sets of creatures. I still think we need to run more removal. They didn't care about their graveyard though, so I don't. This side doesn't matter. Let's get rid of Fatal Quencha. Put in Annul. Get rid of 1 Abandoned Attachment for a broadside. Exactly. I'm sure they're running that one Rest in Peace, the one enchantment that says all of the graveyards are permanently exiled. So if they are, Accumulate Wisdom is not going to help. Accumulate Wisdom is just kind of, they might have Hexproof Aura in response to. Well, that's what we have counterspells for. Actually, we keep a it'll quench ya. Get rid of 2 Accumulate Wisdoms because I'm certain they have it. There's no way they didn't sideboard that in. And if they do, the whole point of the lessons is not going to do anything. I haven't seen it yet, so they might not be running it for some reason, but I don't want to risk it. I might run it just in case. Yes, thank you. Ral could be good, but I'm not sure. Let's put in the 2 Essence Scatter. And get rid of a spell. No, because they have a lot of 2-drops, though. Let's get rid of 1 more. Put in Seer. Say go. I'm not going to overthink it. This is not an overthinking kind of game. I think if you think it too much, it's not going to end well. Did they have any 1-drops? Oh, it does not run Boomerang Basics. Although that could have been good actually too. Did they have any one-drops? I don't think they did. I'm deciding if I want to have this enter tapped or not. I'm pretty sure... Shit, I read that too late. It's fine. What are the odds they play it? They didn't. Alright. This is great, though. We have counter magic. We have removal. I'll keep it up one more turn, and then we'll wait. We don't get punished. Okay, now we play the artist talent. I wasn't gonna push my luck there and say there's one. There's the one drop. You're right. Counter or kill? They might be breaking low. They have all the auras but no dudes. In that case, let's counter. I don't know if I want to get rid of anything in this hand. I decline. Enduring Innocence, not a problem. Combustion Technique. I still don't want to get rid of anything in this hand. In hindsight, we could have kept it up. Kept up the... Enduring... Oh, wow, okay. Sure. That's a little rough. No. Still don't. Okay, I think we're good. They have 2, I have 3. They have 2 cards in their hand, I have 3 cards in my hand. That's not a big deal. We still have Combustion Technique ready. Here's an option. Here's a thing we can do, actually. We have 2 options. We could level up Artist Talent and make things cheaper for us. That limits our options, though, to we all can only play Firebending Lesson and Combustion Technique next turn, or on their turn. Or we could keep up the 3 steps ahead, just in case they have some crazy card. I say level up and pass the turn. Is that the best move? It might not have been. Whenever an enchantment, this is an enchantment. Sure. Combustion Technique. No. They might be... Enduring Innocence is gonna stay, probably. Okay, break the land. We'll Monument to Endurance and no discards. We are in a very favorable position now. Because they're just drawing off the top. And like that, I'm not gonna let that happen. Granted, I do need to get rid of that endurance soon. Hence why I'm not being too aggressive. Now I can be a little bit aggressive. There's the determination. And let's just keep that card advantage going. Let's keep the card advantage and just pretend we have a counterspell or something. I mean, a level up isn't bad. They're bricked. They're so bricked. I think we win. Sear's an instant. Draw a card. This deck is great. Even it's surprising because it doesn't run anything other than like it mostly runs Avatar. Did you what? What did they just exile? That's so weird. This is a very weird game. I think okay, I should probably start killing them now. I have the card advantage. I'm just gonna start killing them. Or else I'm gonna deck myself. That's happened to me before multiple times. You know what's weird? They haven't been running the that rest in peace. Very strange, right? You just start killing monument after monument 2 or 3. Yeah. We're just gonna, I mean, 31 cards, we're in such a good position. That'd be weird if they don't have it. Like, they haven't had it twice? Is wild to me. Okay, that's not. Enchantment aggro is more of a best of one. Yeah. Because I used to run that back in like 2020. That's when I played a lot of Magic on Arena. I did not actually go to class. Well, I did go to class, but it was since everything was online, I just kind of played Arena all day. Honestly, what am I fighting against right now? I feel like I'm just shooting a dead horse already. I feel like if I like get distracted for a second, I'll somehow misplay and they'll turn this around. I don't know how they would do it, but honestly, another monument, sure. No. I've played all the time during class. Since it was always online, I'm gonna kill. And this was back during Thrones of Eldraine. No. Wilds of Throne of Eldraine. It was Throne of Eldraine. I played a lot of mono red best of one because I would try to get through as many games as possible. Yeah, that's not gonna work, buddy. You were right though about the hexproof. You were right, you called it. You get a prize. I don't know what this is. Sure. Full disclosure, I don't know what's happening. Look at this stack. It's 8 cards. Kill. Andrew, grandma. I don't want to do that again. I have to discard that, sure. But I played so much mono red, and that's when I also first played historic. I played goblins, the Muxus, like goblin thingy. It was really fun. But I also got super competitive about Magic at the time. I think that is a great spot to end our little beginnings into what is that? Beginnings into our journey to get Mythic. I think I think we realized something. I am not good at Strixhaven Limited because I don't know what is in Strixhaven Limited. But now we know that. And so now I will try, I will read the set next time before What is wrong with the model? Before I actually play it, in the meantime, tomorrow we should have a really cool deck. I don't know if we're gonna play Is It Prowess again, but there's a lot of cool decks actually that are out there. So I'll have to look at some cool decks. I don't know if we're gonna play mono red aggro, because that is a very big best of one deck, and I want to try to shy away from best of one. But that's up to y'all. If you want to see best of one, best of is fun to read if you're into that. I will have to take a look after stream, because I do want to get better at drafts. Drafts is kind of weak because I'm better at like playing Magic and like than I am at like building a competitive deck. Most of my decks are just stupid, silly, fun theme decks, like goblins or mono red. I basically just put like so much red rush in there. I mean, if you want to see me do mono red best of one, that's an option. Granted, I'm pretty sure most of those matches are gonna last more than like 5 minutes apiece. That's why I was really into mono red, because I didn't want to wait between games. But I saw landfall was pretty cool. I know everyone complains about Is It, so I don't know if we want to keep doing Is It. I feel like that might get boring after a while. I saw there's a Jeskai control, which looks really cool. I don't know if anyone would be interested in seeing that, but I'll look at anything. But regardless, thank you everyone for coming to the stream today, and I hope to see everyone on the next one, and I hope everyone has a lovely rest of your day and or night, depending on where you are. Bye-bye.